Hi guys, it's Elise here, and today we are going to be getting to know me. So recently I asked you guys on my Instagram accounts, because that is where I have the most followers, to ask me questions that you would like to know about me so you guys could get to know me just a little bit better. So we're going to get on to those questions. So let's get started. So the first question comes from Jade Lean, 1975, and her question is, what are your favorite toys to collect? So at the moment, I think my favorite toys to collect are Shopkins, just because we have this online community and we trade and we share pictures and we just have so much fun. But then I'd have to say that my second favorite toy to collect, even though it's expensive, would be American Girl dolls. Our next question comes from Little Miss Toy Collector 2, and her question is, do you have kids? If so, how many? And do you let your kids collect toys or do you collect with them? So I do not have any kids. I solely collect toys for myself. I do have a lot of little cousins and things like that, and I have godkids, but I don't have any kids of my own. At one point I did live with my godkids, and whenever my goddaughter collected something, we collected something together. Sometimes we had separate collections, but we would always collect the same thing and we would always share. So I guess that kind of lets you know where I would stand. Like if I had kids, I'd probably have a collection separate from theirs just because kids destroy everything, but I'd always share with them. Our next question comes from Mini Toyland, and she asks, what is the first toy you collected? As a child, we would collect all kinds of things. So we had, when we were younger, we had like an extensive collection of like Brett dolls and Barbie dolls and just baby dolls. We even had, at one point we were trying to see who had the most Game Boy games or the most DS games, and it was between me and my cousin. It was always a competition to see like who could collect more of something, so it was always something. But when I really got back into collecting was for my 18th birthday. A little bit before that, I had saw Graveyard Girl's video on Shopkins, and I really wanted a few packs, and for my 18th birthday, although it was raining, me and my mom walked to Toys R Us in the rain, and we got there when they opened, thankfully, and we were able to find a few packs because every time we went, they were sold out. Underscore slime for fun underscore asks, how much slime do you have? My collection is not as big as it was. I did recently have to go through and throw out a whole bunch. I know there's ways of saving slime that has like lost its stretchiness, but I just wasn't trying to go through all of that. A lot of them had a lot of hair in them. My cousin does come over occasionally and she plays with them, and although I say keep the slime off the floor, it always ends up on the floor. So I have 4 dogs, so the hair on the floor always gets on it when she's around. And there was just some that were just gross and disgusting, so we threw a lot of those out, and now my collection is not as big as it was, but I probably have 30-ish batches of slime. And if you follow me on my slime account, Queen Slime X3, you'll be able to see those because I try to post daily. If not, I post a few times a week. The underscore slimy doctor asks, what is your favorite flavor of ice cream? My favorite flavor of ice cream differs from time to time, but at the moment, the only ice cream I will eat is espresso chip ice cream, and it is so good, and it's like espresso ice cream with espresso chips inside. And my current favorite candy, just to back that up, is this espresso bean chocolate candy that we have, and it's literally like an espresso bean wrapped in chocolate, and when you bite into it, it has like the same crunch. But I'm really into coffee, so I guess that's why that's my favorite. Our next question comes from a fellow YouTuber, Raya Bella Love, or Raya Bell Love, I think it is. When did you start collecting Shopkins, and what is it about Shopkins that makes you love them so much to start collecting them? So I touched base on this on one of my other questions, and I saw a video of Graveyard Girl, and she was at the time opening blind bags because she just loved the sound of the crinkling, and she thought they were really cute, and it was good for her anxiety or whatever. And then it was kind of just a series that took off on her channel, and recently she stopped, but I really hope that she gets back into them. But I was seeing them, she was opening season 2 Shopkins, and they were so cute, and she was saying how like she placed them around the house according to like what they were. So she had like the laundries and the laundry room and stuff like that, and I thought that was such a good idea. So my plan was to leave them around the house, even though I knew my mom would be really mad. And so I begged my mom for us to like go to Toys R Us for forever, and every time we went they were sold out, and we went for like 2 weeks straight. And then one time we finally called, and apparently the truck was coming the day before my birthday, I think it was. So if I had come the morning when they opened, I'd be able to grab some. And so that's what we did, and it was pouring rain outside, and we walked all the way to Toys R Us because we didn't have a ride. And it's an hour walk, which is not bad, but it was drizzling, and so we got wet, but it was so worth it because I ended up getting 3 packs of Shopkins for my birthday, and then that's just really when my collection kicked off, and I was at Toys R Us like every other day. And then they're just so cute. I love how I don't know, I like how they're like household items and things that I could buy at the grocery store. So I love taking them and bringing them to grocery stores and stuff with me, and then taking pictures. A Poshmark Closet X. How old are you, and what got you interested into making slime? So at the moment, I am 20 years old. I will be 21 in May. And what got me interested in slime was, we did it a really long time ago. In my house, we're always looking up things online, especially science stuff, and then we try it out. So we are no stranger to science experiments, even when we do not have a science project to do. And one day we came across, we had borax. Somebody had to give us borax like during Hurricane Sandy or whatever, and it was just sitting there. We had no idea what it was. And one day we came across the recipe for slime, and my mom was like, oh well, we have borax. So we went and we picked up some glue, and we made slime, and that didn't last long. We made a few batches of slime, and then they kind of just, we played with them for the first 2 or 3 days, and then we kind of gave up on them. Then a month or 2 ago, my cousin ended up getting the flu at school, and sometimes you can be sick without knowing you're sick. So she was carrying the flu virus on her, and I just happened to be hanging out at her house, and the next day we both woke up with the flu. So what better way than to keep the flu from spreading than to stick us both in the same room and just let us ride it out together. So she happened to have all the ingredients for slime, and we had been making slime the day before anyway. So we just continued making slime from there for a few days until we like completely ran out of slime glue. And then I kind of just couldn't give it up, and I've been making slime almost every day since that day. Love Toys Mommy asks, what is your dream job? Name a place you always wanted to travel to. So my dream job would have to be, and I'm not saying this because I'm lazy, would probably have to be controlling the social media of probably one of my favorite stores, or any store for that matter. So I've been really trying to talk my boss into my current store of talking, like when she speaks to our like, you know, the people higher than her and are just like when they have company meetings, to bring up that every store should have their own Instagram accounts, just so I can be in control of that. Or I've also been recently talking to my local Toys R Us about maybe working there and maybe taking over their Instagram, because it's kind of lame, guys. It's kind of lame. So I guess my dream job would just kind of be behind the scenes of an Instagram account. And I know I already have a popular Instagram account, but I think it would be more more enjoyable if I had like sponsors and stuff and I had things to do. So yeah, that's one of my goals, is to just control an Instagram account and get paid for it. That would be very nice. And then a place that I would love to travel to, some place I'd always like to travel to, would be Hawaii. I would love to go to Hawaii or California. I'd also love to go to Canada. I actually wanted to move to Canada, but my mom is not so into moving. But I really did try for a really long time to get her to want to move to Canada. I don't know what it is about Canada. I just want to go up there and have fun. Everybody seems so sweet and so loving, and they have a lot more benefits than we do here in the US. So I'd love to one day move to Canada. And I'd also love, just for travel, to go to Australia and see koalas and touch koalas. Love.shopkin.love ask, what is your favorite thing to collect? What is your favorite thing about the toy community? And who's the first account you followed? So my favorite thing to collect would be, again, Shopkins. What I love about our toy community on Instagram is just that we are all so nice and kind, and we all help each other even if we don't have something that somebody needs in return. We always keep each other updated on things, so if somebody knows the release day of something, they always make it public for everybody else. Currently, what is going around is the Shopkins Season 7 Wave 2 codes. So if you didn't know, the 2-packs are imprinted with a certain code, and it lets you know if it's Wave 1 or Wave 2. And Wave 2 has been hitting the shelves, guys, so if you are looking for them, go head over to your local Toys R Us, Target, or Walmart, or your local toy store, and see if they have them on the shelves. And then her last question was, who's the first account you followed? And honestly, I have no clue. It all started off with me posting on my personal Instagram account, and then people were just really annoyed, I guess, or whatever. Like, there were just a few people who were just making stupid comments, and I just wasn't having it. And so I went ahead and I just made an account strictly for my Shopkins. And then whatever toy accounts were following my personal accounts, I just went over and I followed them on my toy account. So I am not 100% sure who my very first person was that I followed. Celestial Paca 7 asks, how did you first fall in love with the Shopkins? And like I said, I first fell in love with them when I saw them in a Graveyard Girl video. Mini Toyland also asks, who is your favorite YouTuber? So at the moment, my favorite YouTuber, and it's not a toy collector, has to be Wolfie Raps. I watch his videos all the time. Another favorite YouTuber would have to be Bertaley. I watch those two religiously every single day. Our_long boys ask, what is your favorite toy to play with? other than photographing Shopkins, I don't really play with them. My favorite toy to play with would have to be my American Girl dolls. I love to undress and redress them and photograph them, and occasionally I do take them out with me. She also asked, if you won a $100 shopping spree, what would be some of the top toys and not toys you would like to purchase? So there's only so much you could do with $100 now in this economy, but I'd probably grab up a few Shopkins, and I know Tuesdays are discontinued, but you still can find them in a few stores. So I'd probably grab up a few of those, and maybe some slime supplies if I had extra money. As for non-toy items, I'd probably grab clothes or shoes or phone cases. I'm in love with phone cases. So this is not my phone, this is my iPod, and I have it in an iPhone case. So currently I'm filming on my iPhone SE. So it's shaped like the 5S, but it has iPhone 7 features on it. So I just have it, and I have the pop socket, and then I have another case with the pop socket. So I really love cases, and I love collecting pop sockets, so that would probably be some of the non-toy items that I'd grab up. Her next question was, do you have siblings? And yes, I have 3 siblings. I have an older sister, and I'm 20, she's 25. When I turn 21, shortly after, she'll be 26. So we're all 5 years apart, except for my brother Emmanuel. He passed away. He would have been 20 this year as I was turning 21. And then I have my little brother Jordan, who just finished turning 16. Her next question is, how long have you lived at my dream location, the beach? So if you guys didn't know, I live on one of the many islands that make up New York and that are part of New York. So I very much do live by the beach. I'm literally facing my window and I'm looking at the ocean as we speak. So I have lived in this current location, in this current room really, for 16 years. We moved here we moved here right after my brother was born. And we've kind of been here ever since. I hope that we'll be moving soon. We moved around a lot when I was little, so it kind of just became the norm, and now just to be settled down somewhere. And even when we first moved here, we were always traveling. So just being settled down and not traveling and just staying in the same spot is really kind of weird. But I don't know, I've been here for 16 years and it's really, really nice, but I'd love to live near a different beach and on a different island eventually. Our last question comes from Shopkins_Maya, and she asked, if you had to pick one hobby to do for the rest of your life, what would it be and why? So I would never give up collecting. Collecting is just something that I love to do. So I'd choose collecting, and I mean, maybe can I sneak an Instagram with collecting? Because I mean, that's what makes collecting so much more fun, is being able to share what I've collected and what I have with you guys. So yeah, that has concluded our get to know me video. If you guys like this, I will do more in the future, so just let me know by commenting down below or giving this video a thumbs up. But as always, guys, make sure to hit the subscription bar so that you will never miss a video and you can be part of my toy box and my crazy toy journey. Hit the like button so I know that you guys are enjoying my videos. Comment down below what is your favorite toy to collect, when you started collecting it, and why you collect it. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.